When it comes to writing examinations in Germany, sometimes it could be helpful if you fail the examination. Hi guys, so tonight I will be talking about the German grading system and also about examinations in Germany. Yeah, they are really small things, but I feel like they're very important to keep in mind if you're considering studying in Germany. So what you would get from tonight is an idea of how the German grading system is if you don't know that before now, and also depending on which country you are, then you can compare your current grade to that of the German system. This is important for several reasons. One of them is for some study programs it's expected that you get up to a certain grade before you can apply to that study program, and generally speaking in the admission process they always do this conversion internally to see if you qualify for that study program or not. However, in some special cases they stated very clearly that hey, you need to get up to this grade or that grade before you can apply for this study program. So the German grading system is designed in such a way that it is from 1.0 to 5 or 6.0. In the university, it's from 1.0 to 5.0, where 1 is the best possible grade that you can obtain, so that's like excellent. And 5 is like basically that you failed. And of course in between they have some intervals or some other grades in between. So you have the 1.0, 1.5, between 1.0 and 1.5, so that's like excellent. In German they say it's sehr gut. So it's excellent, it's the best grade that you could ever have, and it's outstanding. And then you have from 1.6 to 2.5, it's good, so they call it good, and so it's like you are above the average grade. And then it's also the next level, which is 2.6 to 3.5, and it's satisfactory. That means you are in the average grade, so you're not very good, not good, so you're just average. And then there's the next level, 3.6 to 4.0. That is they say it's sufficient. Now in German it's ausreichend. So it's sufficient. You did not fail, it's just sufficient for you to pass that course. And then there's 5.0, which basically means you failed. Before I proceed and make the comparison to the other grading systems like the US and the UK grading system, I just want to note something here. When it comes to writing examinations in Germany, sometimes it could be helpful if you fail the examination. I mean, how ridiculous. I will give you an example of myself. So during my first semester when I came to Germany, there was this course that I did not pass. So I needed just 0.5 marks before I could pass that course. And I'm not sure what I don't remember the score exactly, but I just needed 0.5, to get 4.0 and the sufficient grade, the ausreichend grade. So I failed, and I was really, I felt bad because I never failed in the exam before then, and I was like, wow, welcome to Germany. I mean, for sure the grading system here is high. By the time I talk about the percentage comparison, you will have an idea of what I'm talking about. So I had 0.5 marks less than the grade needed to pass or to have 4.0. And so the good thing is this: you can repeat an exam 2 times for your study program. So I had the opportunity to write the exam again the next semester. To the best of my knowledge, you can repeat an exam. If you fail the course, if you fail an exam, you can repeat the exam twice. What I find interesting here is the fact that if you're given the opportunity, if you fail an exam and you have to write the exam again, you have the opportunity to prepare very well for that examination. And the next time you write it, you will not only just pass, but you pass with perhaps a decent grade. So if I had that 0.5 mark that I needed to pass, I would have just landed at 4.0, which is like the least grade that you need to pass. But when I failed and I had the opportunity to write the exam again, I got a 2.0, which is very nice. I mean, it's good. So on one hand, it's like if you're not sure if you cannot pass the examination, like you write, maybe you go into the exam and then you write, but you're not sure of what you've written, it's better to just fail the exam so that next time you can prepare well and pass the exam. Now, compared to some other countries, if you would fail an exam and have to repeat that exam, I think it affects your overall grade when you're graduating. But that's not the case here. At least it didn't happen to me, and I'm sure it didn't happen to any person here. So think about it. If you want to take an examination and you're not very ready for that exam, it's better you don't write it, or you write and fail the exam so you can write again to pass with, a more decent grade. So I will go into the percentage comparison just to give you an idea. I take it that most of my viewers are coming from either the UK, or at least they're using the UK grading system. So yeah, perhaps this would be good for you to have an imagination of what your current grades are in comparison to the German grading system. So in Germany, for you to have that sehr gut, the excellent grade, which is equivalent to first class in the UK system, you have to score between 91 to 100%. So 91, that's when you are like in the first class grade. Whereas in the UK system, as from 70%, you already qualified for the first class grade. That's a really big difference. 20% difference, from 70 to, you need in German system 91 at least. That's one. And then the next level, so it's like they're really small level in the German grading system. So you have the 91 to 100%, which is the sehr gut, and then you have 81 to 90%, which is the good, and then you have the 66 to 80%, which is the satisfactory, so the average grade, and then you have 50 to 65%. Now, if we compare this to the UK system, in the UK system, I think it's from 70% and above. That's already first class. That's excellent. And then the next level is 60 to 69, which is basically 2.1, second class upper. And then you have the 50 to 59%, which is second class lower. And then you have 49 to 40%, which is just the pass grade. In the German grading system, so if you have 50, you failed already. You failed that course. 50 is like the minimum that you need to pass. So 49.9, you failed the course. And in comparison to the US system, I think the US system is very close to the German system as well, because although it's the reverse, in the US system, 4.0 is like the highest, and 1.0 is the lowest. But it's really very close to the German grading system. But I think compared to the UK system, it's like those guys are chill in the UK, I would say. That's like basically what you need to know about the German grading system. There's not really so much to know there. What's important is for you to know where do you stand right now. So if you're coming from a country using the UK grading system and your current GPA is, let's say, 4.0, that 4.0, if you do the conversion, the equivalent would be something between 1.5 to 1.6. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to put a link in the description where you can use a simple tool that you can use to check your grade. So I'm putting that now in the link, and all you have to do is just to follow it and do the conversion of your own grade and see where you belong. So if you have a 5.0, then of course you have to calculate to see anyways. Yeah, so like I mentioned from the beginning, some universities or some courses that specify, very directly and boldly written that if you're applying for this course, you need at least a 2.5 in the German system, not in your local grading system. What I would do if I were you, I would use this link and check that grade to see that, okay, I meet that requirement. I mean, in any case, if you do not meet the requirement, as I encourage people, you could still apply anyways. Maybe not so many people will apply to that study program, so you'll be lucky. But if many people apply, then they're going to choose your course much later, or not at all. So yeah, that's it about the German grading system. It's the reverse to most other grading systems, in the sense that 1 is the best grade that you can obtain, and then it's 2.0, and then 3, 4, and then 5 is like you failed basically. So guys, that's basically all I have for you tonight. Thank you for your time, and I hope you found it useful. And yeah, I put the link there. If you want, you can use that tool to check your grade, know where you belong. If you want, you can share the info with me. Otherwise, you can keep it to yourself. But thanks for stopping by, and I'm going to see you on Sunday. And until then, do have a nice time.